Oh, hello, hello. How is the audio? Can't hear myself. That'd be helpful. How's that? Oh, I'm not plugged in. That's why. Big silly. All right. Wednesday, March 8th. What another barn burner, huh? Powell is in front of the house today. Look good. Sound looks pretty good. Could go down a touch. We're good. And now, someone like you. All right. A lot to touch on today. I'll keep it a little cleaner than yesterday. So the ultimate thing that the market likes is clarity. With clarity, the market can adjust. Funds, ETFs, all that other good stuff can adjust. And position themselves, accordingly based on rates, future rates, dollar. What the market doesn't like is drastic change. So when you get a big dollar spike or a dollar, sells off, gets weaker, and that happens quickly, then you quickly have to adjust. You quickly have to adjust for the, especially with the multinationals, the giant companies like Apple, Google, all the other ones, Tesla. You have to adjust for the exchange rate of, or Tesla's selling cars in Germany, but American company, the exchange rate shifts, and recently it's shifted quite a bit. So it's the fast change in rates and dollar that cause the most turmoil, which is why you see these big, it's all algo stuff. I mean, it's all programmed in. I know someone who works in a high frequency trading company, and they don't even they hire as like mathematicians, and then teach them Python and a bunch of other algo building. I'm not clearly clearly I don't know all my coding software, but C++, all those other ones that if this happens, then that, if this rate goes here, then we have to adjust all this to here, basically if this, then that. And all they do is hire, people who are just know how to formulate equations and are incredible at math. They don't hire traders. They don't hire people like me who, chart and play levels, and like I know quite a bit, but these guys don't know anything about the market. I know a lot about it, a good amount about it, but these guys don't really know much about it, which is why the market is the way it is. It's why there's, 0 day to expiration booms in volume, and because they don't care about price. That's why I'm convinced though. We don't care about price anymore. We don't care about valuation really. We just care about movement and funds and high frequency trading. They just care about movement. If they can collect, $6 at the end of the day on, a few thousand contracts of SPX options late in the day, they're going to do that, and they're going to do that all day long until it doesn't work anymore. It's kind of annoying because fundamentals have gone completely out the window. When you see, can you see my dog? hard to say. You just see your eyes. Sorry, so fundamentals are completely gone out the window. I mean, we got PE ratios in that are all over the map. I mean, everybody still thinks Nvidia's priced too high, and ServiceNow it's double that, and we got multi-billion-dollar companies that may never make a dollar, ever. We have companies that IPO that say they'll never make a dollar, and people still buy it. So that's all that kind of matters in the market is, I mean, Snapchat is a $17 billion company. Have they ever made a profit? Ever? I don't think so. I don't think they've made a dime since ever. They never did it. And they told us that before they IPO'd, and yet people went nuts and bought it anyways. I think it went to 50 billion or something crazy. So that's just the market we're living in. That's the dynamic of the market that we're living in. Is, you know, the people who have the biggest bag can push it around and do whatever they want. You know, the Citadels, the big high-frequency trading companies. The guy I know works at one. They spend $1.1 million a day on their tech just to run their operation. Salaries and computer software. They got a ton of servers. They can work remote. They got a ton of servers. They also paid for I forget what it is, fiber optic lines that go from Chicago all the way to the directly to the NYSE. They have UHF frequency directly to the to New York Stock Exchange. They spend a ton of money a day just to operate, and they've been around for 15 years now, and they just keep getting bigger, stronger, and better. It's nuts. So we talk about valuation, all this other stuff. I just don't think it matters much anymore. We're gonna have some event that happens, and what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna be such a big event, like a default somewhere, where it'll be a snowball effect, likely to the downside, where all these 0 day to expiration call buying turns into put buying. It's going to snowball on itself, and it's going to be a catastrophic day. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm making a lot of gross noises. And then, then we'll see, companies be closer to real value. But, I mean, after that event, then it's going to be probably just buy the fucking dip, because that's all this market knows. So anyways, that's kind of the market dynamic I think we're living in. And I think today was a prime example of those entities doing what they want with the market. I mean, we opened pretty much flat. We're stuck at 90. Well, yes, the S&P futures was basically stuck at 39.92 all night. It opened just, I don't know, a little bit lower than that. And then Jolts came out, and Jolts was okay. But we had a big spike down. They bought right back up, and then we went back down, and then we went back up, and then down, and up, down, down, down. Then we had this long, like they do all the time, they put on this sell algo, and it literally just doesn't let buyers breathe for like an hour. It's just every uptick sold, and then just slowly press it lower and lower. And when that happens, again, the other day I talked about beach ball. Pushing a beach ball down the pool or the water, and the lower it gets, the harder it is to keep down. And then at some point it's too hard to keep down, or you slip, or you lose track. And once it starts moving up, it moves up fast and then explodes out of the water. That's exactly what happened today. In the middle of the day, Powell stopped talking. They threw the algo. We had a little bit of a rally, and then we just went up to the retraced the earlier sell-off a little bit, and then they did it again. They just pushed that ball down and down and down until they couldn't anymore. And one little pop by buyers, and they exploded the market from 39.76, and we closed at 39.96. 20-point rally in the last 33 minutes. Everybody who bought calls in that last 30 minutes banked about 1,000 to 2,500%. Rinse, repeat, nonstop. The 10-year went over 4%, then back down. The dollar is strong again. Everything is pointing to this market, these stocks, to sell off, and just sell off dramatically. Everything is pointing at the market to do that. And it's just not doing it. Which is why I think, what I just talked about is they don't care about valuation. They just care about movement. That's the market we're living in. At some point it'll hopefully change, because, it's a little bit frustrating, I think. But until then, don't fight it. Get in, get out, make your money, and move forward. I see a lot of people on Twitter just calling for dramatic moves all day, every day. Just, now we're going back. We'll be at 3,900 by tomorrow. We'll be 4,100 by tomorrow. I mean, maybe, but you're guessing. That's a guess. Everything's lined up for us to be at like 3,400 in the S&P based on, where rates are now, what the forecast is, dollar. I mean, there's no reason we should be where we are, but yet here we are, and strength remains. Nvidia's making new highs as we speak. It's up 950 today, 4% move. The AI hype is real. It's just real. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago when everybody thought AI was just a big hype thing and it'd fizzle out, kind of like a smash and grab. They pop them all and then just slowly bleed them out. It's just not happening. I mean, NVIDIA is the number one beneficiary of AI boom. And if it was all hype, they would not be making highs at all. They'd be, tracking down. Everybody thinks it's overvalued. Market's forward-looking and likes clarity. So the forward-looking here and the clarity is AI is real. It's here to stay, and NVIDIA is going to clean up. Their PE will eventually catch up to their price. Unless their price keeps going up 4% every day. But if their sales double, then PE gets cut in half right here. It's a crazy world, and it's dynamic, and it's just changing constantly, but you just gotta adapt, or you die. You fizzle out and you die. I did want to talk a little bit about Powell on the Hill today again. It was such a different vibe today. It was a little more relaxed. The questioning was less pointed, less doom and gloom, and more a lot more grandstanding today. You could see the incompetence of lawmakers when they're asking the Federal Reserve chair about how he's going to help the fight against global warming. Huh? Literally, he has no say in that. None whatsoever. None. Nothing. Why are they asking about that? Why are they asking him about racial discrepancies and how minorities get more affected by unemployment and employment than whites? That's not, he doesn't control who hires who or fires who. He has no control over that. None whatsoever. And the only reason they're asking these is because they're not really asking the question. What they're doing is grandstanding and trying to make a point because they know people are watching. And it's embarrassing, it's annoying, and it just shows where all their priorities are, and the priorities are about them looking good in front of viewers and not actually doing anything to help anybody or anything, and pointing the finger at the Fed chair who has literally zero control over any of it. They frustrate me. I want to talk a little bit. I'll shift now. So Silvergate, I haven't talked about it in a hot minute. Literally right when I pulled it up, it dropped 20 cents. Any news come out? Darn it. Oh, maybe. I just dumped. I'm literally watching it dump. It just made new lows. Something must have hit. Here we go. Silvergate what timing? Unbelievable timing. Silvergate Capital to wind down operations, liquidate Silvergate Bank. Sweet, sweet justice. They are gone. Wow. Just, I mean, it should be pennies tomorrow. Pennies. It's currently at $4. Hang on. Sayonara. Look, again, I wish no ill will financially on anybody ever. But if you were long Silvergate, you're doing it all wrong. You need to reevaluate everything you're doing. I don't understand it. Well, I do understand. It's just inexperienced. It's inexperienced people in the market who were conditioned to hodl and buy forever and never sell. This thing went from like $300, I forget. $240 to $5, and people are calling for a rally back to highs. Give me a break. The FDIC went into their bank yesterday to talk about how they're going to take over the bank. And people are buying it? Unbelievable. Anyways, now it's at 290. That was incredible timing. Right when I brought it up, I literally saw it. The news hit the tape. That was funny. Real funny. Anyways, they're done. That should open at like 50 cents probably. Signature Bank is the other one. Signature Bank is Silvergate on Reutz. And they're next. They just broke down under 100 for the first time in a while. This used to be $377 stock. Now it's 100, breaking down. They do the same thing. Money launderers. They help foreign assets and criminals and all these other people to launder money. So, yeah, let's buy that. Let's keep them afloat so they can continue doing it. I don't care how much crypto they're involved in. If you're gonna do this, do it legally and don't help criminals. It's plain and simple. It's super simple stuff. So anyways, I was going to talk about how they should be bankrupt or taken over any moment, but clearly that just happened. So So there's that. So Signature Bake, SBNY, they're next. I'll call it here. They're at $199 right now. They just dumped about 4 on the Silvergate stuff. Silvergate's down 44%. And Silvergate's got a long way to go. Long way. I talked about some put potential for them about a week ago in another episode. So those actually might start printing. So thank you, and let's move on. Crypto's down. It's basically flat. It's still holding that 22,000 level. Oh, that one felt good. Wow. Live call on Silvergate. So they're buying a little bit, but I mean, this thing has short interest of like 80% short. So you get some weak handers. You don't understand what that means. I mean, this thing should open at like 20 cents. Probably about 20 cents. But to each their own. Collect your money and move on. That one felt good. $5 puts. Print. Then I think I want to talk about one other thing. AI we touched on. Yeah, just look, the future of AI is clearly here. We're at the infancy of it, I think. I think that's it. That's enough for me. Silvergate really just put a cap on things. Oh yeah, one other thing, kind of funny. Actually, really funny is that WWE's talking to regulators about betting on the WWE. I think it's hilarious and funny and whatever, but usually not the things that happen at the bottom of a market. But that's, I mean, live betting on that would just be absolutely electric. All right, I'm out. Congrats on Silvergate if you followed any of my advice on that. Next one's SBNY. That's got about 90. We'll call it 90. We'll be nice to them. $94 more to go. It's at $98. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. And for now, just be cool. Market isn't going to extremes in a minute. So be smart, be safe, take your money, move on. All right.